What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. So in today's video I'm going to be taking you through my 3 top breakfasts that you can implement into your routine and also your lifestyle for simplicity, cost effective and also high protein. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, and let's get into meal number 1. Meal number 1 is going to be a cereal based breakfast. So what we've got is these protein wheat biscuits, basically like Weetabix, a cheap version from Aldi. So I've got 3 portions in there. You can either go between 2, 1 or even more depending on your goals. Then we're going to add in some raspberries here, so a handful of that. We've got this trail mix, which is fruit and nuts, which we're just going to sprinkle on top, obviously with there. We're going to mix it with some lactose-free semi-skim milk. You can change it with either almond or soy or whatever you kind of preference with that. And then we're going to finish it off with this 0-calorie golden syrup. Okay guys, so here we have it, is basically the meal as in itself. So the benefits of doing something like that, it is literally time efficient. So you can actually do that within sort of 5 minutes and also get a great efficient meal to start off your day. So that is meal number 1. We're going to go into meal number 2 right now. Guys, meal number 2, which is going to be a super efficient scrambled egg / omelette, however that you want to make it, but I'm going to make it slightly into a scrambled. You can either do this either through the microwave within the eggs, or you can fry it on the pan, which is a bit more fresh, I find. So the ingredients I've got, which will be coming up on the screen right now. So we've got red onions, we've got some lighter matured cheddar cheese, some peppers, and we've got some, obviously, the seasonings, which there's the salt, crushed up chilies, and also garlic. So I've got 3 eggs in the bowl already. I've preheated the pan. I've sprayed it with some 1-calorie spray, so I don't like to use oil because obviously that's where the calories are going to come from. So this is obviously going to be that high protein meal, low carb, low fat also. So what we want to do is obviously make sure the eggs are nice and whisked up. But what I like to do is to have like the actual veg a little bit raw or slightly cooked, because I don't like it to be, say, fried. So it gives that crunch off, it gives that sort of flavour to come through with the omelette anyway. So we're going to pour that slightly into the pan, make sure you get every sort of drop. And then the beauty of it, you need a decent pan for this, otherwise it's going to stick, but we'll find out very soon in a minute. And then what we're going to do, so while that cooks, we're going to chuck in the peppers, half of them on the floor, but anyway, so we're just going to sprinkle them along there for it. And then with the onions, I didn't have any red onions fresh, so I'll just have like a bag, emergency bag of veg in the freezer so it keeps for longer. So I'm just going to literally pour them across the omelette. So I don't need too many because obviously they're quite strong. Spatula to hand, spread them out a little bit. So like I said, I'm not really looking for an omelette. I'm kind of just doing a bit of a mash up more than anything. And then these are kind of key to the meal, which is the salt. Obviously gives you that little bit of flavour. I always go Himalayan salt, a bit more spice to it. Some garlic, because who doesn't like garlic, but obviously the consequence of it is you smell. But then with a bit of a little kick with it, which is going to be the chili. So I only go for like a little bit of a pinch of garlic, nothing too crazy, just enough so we can feel the flavour through the meal. And then same with the chili flakes. And then a little pinch of salt, and then slowly let that cook either side and wait that for a couple of minutes to cook one side, and then I'm just going to kind of stir it around. So there you have it, the egg scrambled / omelette, whatever you want to call it. So this is kind of like a great meal that you can kind of take into work if you wanted to put it in a Tupperware or anything like that, because you can kind of give it a little bit of a blast on the microwave for sort of 10 to 15 seconds. Obviously don't recook the eggs, and that way the cheese will literally melt a little bit more, and obviously gives you that texture and also the moistness, so it won't be so dry. So the actual meal itself will probably take about 5 minutes to actually cook and make, but the prep work probably between sort of 8 and 10 minutes by the time you know, get the onions to chop up the peppers and things like that, and whisk all the egg up. So it's pretty simple but effective, high protein, moderate fat but low carb as well. Perfect for that morning routine. Okay guys, meal number 3, which is a super basic one but very convenient for the traveller, and also you can prepare these well in advance. So you can either have them freshly made or even overnight that you can prepare and leave them in the fridge. So what we've got going on, we've got some oats here, as you can probably tell already. We've got some whey protein, we've got some honey, we've got some peanut butter, some lactose-free milk again, and then some blueberries. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to be doing just a nice little simple bowl of oats. So again, like I said at the start, you can either have them freshly made, ready to go when you're in the kitchen, or you can prepare them for the night in advance and then leave them in the fridge for overnight oats. And this is how we're going to make them. How I like to make my oats, we're going to take a nice little serving, around sort of 40 to 50 grams. I know I'm not weighing it, but I can kind of roughly guess which of these sort of organic oats. And then instead of putting the protein into the oats, you're going to firstly cook the oats first. So that's the main thing you need to do first. And with the amount of milk, you don't want to let it literally overflow in with the oats. You just kind of want to let it just soak for a few seconds, and then we're going to pop it in the microwave. So what you're going to do from here, you're going to literally add the protein into the porridge, and then make sure every bit is in there, and then literally stir until you get this sort of nice texture with the oats and everything is sort of mixed in. So you want to leave a little bit of milk left in there so you can kind of get the texture of it, right? Otherwise it'll just go super bone dry and it won't mix in very well. So again, mix quite hard, make sure that powder's mixed in from the sides of the bowl, and then you should have a pretty good outcome. Okay, so from there, what we're going to do, we're going to add some honey first. So again, we're going to go like half a teaspoon, or tablespoon should I say. So about this much, a little dribble on there. Then when we go, same thing with the peanut butter. Gonna take quite a hefty lump of that because we want some high fats, healthy fats. And then what this one is literally peanut butter smooth with no palm oil. And then we're going to finish off with like half a handful of blueberries, so only a couple there. And then you've got that little mixture there, so you can either stir it all in or you can keep it as it is. Either eat it fresh right now, or you can actually let that cool down and then pop them in the fridge for the next day, which is super convenient. And you can also do batch cooking of all these meals pretty much, so that you can prepare for the week in advance. But before anything guys, make sure you hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Hopefully you've enjoyed this little video and given you a bit of light on meal prep and high protein breakfasts that are super easy to do, and that you can literally do it within 5 to 10 minutes of making them and having a nutritious breakfast. But for now, make sure you hit that thumbs up like I said, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you all in the next video.